Hey guys, MD Prepper here, part 8.5 of our Dollar Tree survival kit for 72 hours. We're talking about our medical kit. Now this is going to be in two parts because the first part was way too long, in my opinion. And we're going to be talking about medications in part 9. We got what I say are three parts of this kit. We got our dry bag kit for dry stuff, dry items. We got our wet kit for liquid items, which all of this is going to be included in part 2. And we got our hygiene section, which is also going to be in part 2. So, bear with me. We're going to talk about all the various options. Medical kit, I'm a doctor. I think medical stuff is very important. You got to have your gear, you got to have your kit, you got to know what you're going to do in case you get wounded. So, injured, minor injuries, stuff like that. So, our dry kit here, let's go ahead and start with the little dollar first aid kit that came from Dollar Tree. A lot of options in this. I kept the outside wrapper just for extra fire starting and all of that. Now, let me go ahead and say I did exclude some parts here. 2 packs of these little, I wouldn't call them butterflies, but little tiny little pieces. I just don't think we need those. I don't think I need those personally to use them. I think I'd prefer some bigger Band-Aids. I could use those better. You could throw a few of these in there if you wanted to, but there's what? I don't know, 10 of those. I thought those were useless. And these, there's 2 packs of these little, I'd say, are slightly larger than dime size little pinhole kits. These are worthless for bandages, basically, in my opinion. I don't think those are worth the time. So I took those out to make some space. Let me open this up. Let me go ahead and say I added a little bit of stuff to this. 2 little emery boards for filing down your nails, but primarily more for fire starting if I need them. If my basic kit for fire starting fails on me. Those fit in here just nicely. Fingernail kit here. Well, not fingernail kit, but some clippers. Sorry, they're purple. That's all they had. With a little file on the end here and all that. Cleaning out your nails and all that. Basic hygiene. You break a nail, something like that, that's annoying. Again, this also adds an extra little cutting tool if you absolutely had to for smaller stuff. So I think that's worth adding to the kit. The basic kit came with 2 alcohol prep pads. That's good. You can use these for fire starting and cleaning a wound or cleaning an area, that type of stuff. But I also bought an extra box of alcohol prep pads. There are 50 count of the prep pads with isopropyl alcohol in that kit. We don't need all of them. I added a bunch of them here to this kit. I had an extra 6 of them. You see there. So, add as many as you want. If you want more, you can also add them into the basic bag here or any of the other bags we've got because these things are sealed up tight. Now, I left most of the bandages in this kit. Now, there's entirely too many, but they're small, they're lightweight, and they all fit in the kit. So, here's 5 of your standard bandages there. If you can see that there, allowed those. This one is one big single adhesive bandage for a scraped knee or a big leg wound, something like that. Here's a bunch more bandages and all that. Here's a bunch more basic Band-Aids. Probably entirely too many, but I think they fit in the kit just fine. Nothing else to put there unless I wanted some of the ones I discarded. Now they also come with non-adherent sterile pads. These are 2x3. The kit came with 2 of them. I'm keeping both in there just because those are nice for wound care and all that. So all that fits in this kit real nicely. You could overfill this thing if you wanted to. I'm not going to sit here and fill this thing up again with the kit, but all this is very small and compact. If you happen to store extra stuff in this that makes it a little too big, but you want it protected in the case, you could obviously put some of our rubber bands around it and all that, so that's good. We were talking about the chapstick, etc. One other thing you may want to put in there, and I did not put it in there just because I want to talk about it in its original container, some floss, some dental floss. You may not want that. That's part of hygiene kit, which we're going to talk about here in part 2. But if I'm eating, I get something stuck between my teeth. If I kill a small rodent or something like that, bird, and have something in my teeth, that's good to go. Clean out my teeth and all that. Would I need toothbrush and toothpaste? You could include that in your kit in the hygiene if you wanted to. I wouldn't. I'd say for 3 days, floss is good enough. I would not take this whole thing. I'd probably take, 5 yards or something like that. Wrap it up and put it in that little first aid kit. So, something to think about. Alright, rest of this kit. Got a bottle of acetaminophen, which stands in place for all of our medical kit. Now, I'm not going to talk about medical kit here, because medical kit is part of the next video, part 9. So don't worry about that. That's coming up. We'll talk about meds in a minute. The rest of the dry kit, which we're talking about now. The gauze, rolled gauze to wrap around a wound, secure any kind of injury you've got. Wrapped in plastic, good to go. You need at least one of those. You may want more, but I'd say at least one. Next, ace bandage. A 2-inch ace bandage. The biggest one they have at Dollar Tree for $1. You've got your little classic clasp there. You could attach this just fine with duct tape. We've talked about duct tape. We're going to have that in the kit. So this is fine. You got to have that too, in my opinion. You got a sprained wrist, sprained ankle, sprained knee, whatever. This is kind of small, but wrap it tight. Wrap it multiple times. You're good to go. Now, also in the dry bag, we got some 2x2 gauze. We got about a 15 pack, I believe. Maybe it was 20 pack for $1. They're individually wrapped, folded up there. 2x2s are great. You can use these for cleaning out wounds, staunching a wound, slapping that over as a wound cover, whatever. You could also use these for adding alcohol, isopropyl, hand gel, Vaseline, whatever, as a fire starter. But again, we're not talking about that there. So, I had 4 of those put in the pack just because they fit in the plastic bag well. Now, the rest of the dry pack, I would fill whatever space I've got left in this pack, without making it too big, with cotton balls. Okay? I thought about making pre-prepared cotton balls with Vaseline or alcohol gel or isopropyl alcohol. I decided against that because I don't know what I'm going to use the cotton balls for. Okay? I'd rather have them in pristine form. So, pack this little bag full of cotton balls. Just means it will fit without being overly filled or overly thick. So you can probably, in the kit, the way this was before, you can fit probably a dozen cotton balls, which is going to be more than enough in this kit without taking up any more extra space overall. It's going to add extra padding. Again, you can add extra to our other parts of the kit. But that's all we're going to talk about for right now. This is the dry kit and the basic philosophy of the kit. Part 2 of this is going to include our wet kit, what I call our wet kit, and hygiene options. Alright guys, MD Prepper, out.